Welcome to Highway Herald, your roadmap to the latest in auto. Today, we're taking a deep dive into one of the most talked about shifts in the automotive world, Ford's recent move to scale back its European EV ambitions. Once a leader in the European market, Ford is now reconsidering its strategies, and the implications could be far-reaching. Are these changes the sign of a deeper struggle, or are they a savvy pivot to adapt to the rapidly shifting automotive landscape? Buckle up, because we're exploring the 8 key factors at play in Ford's European EV plans and what they mean for the company's future. Reason number 8. Ford's overreaching EV ambitions. Ford made a bold entry into the European electric vehicle market, aiming for a fully electric lineup by 2030 and investing $2 billion in its Cologne, Germany plant. However, the company's rapid push towards electrification may have been overly ambitious. European governments imposed stricter emissions mandates, but consumer demand didn't align with Ford's aggressive timeline. Ford committed to phasing out internal combustion engine vehicles, leaving no backup plan. In contrast, competitors like Toyota adopted a more balanced approach, promoting hybrids. Ford's all-in strategy left it vulnerable, especially as economic pressures made European middle-class buyers hesitant to embrace expensive EVs. The slow pace of EV adoption caught Ford off guard, forcing the company to reassess its approach to the market. Reason number 7. Economic pressure on the middle-class buyer. The economic landscape in Europe is tough, especially in 2024. With inflation high, energy costs soaring, and stagnant wages, the middle class, the key demographic for car sales, finds the prospect of owning an electric vehicle increasingly out of reach. Ford's focus on premium EVs like the Mustang Mach-E and high-spec electric transit van may have been ambitious, but their steep price tags make them unaffordable for many buyers. While these models feature cutting-edge technology, they are beyond the budget of average consumers. Meanwhile, automakers like Hyundai, Renault, and BYD seize the opportunity to offer affordable entry-level EVs. Ford's premium-focused strategy overlooked the critical need for practical, budget-friendly options during economic hardship, alienating the very buyers they needed in Europe. Reason number 6. The demise of government EV incentives. For years, government incentives have been crucial in making electric vehicles more affordable for European consumers. Countries like Germany offered subsidies of up to 6,000 euros per EV, easing the financial burden and helping automakers like Ford justify the high prices of their electric models. However, 2024 saw a major shift. As subsidies were phased out, EV sales took a significant hit. In Germany, Ford's largest European market, sales plummeted by 37% in just weeks. The Cologne plant, built to increase EV production, suddenly faced reduced demand. This shift revealed a hard truth for Ford. Without government support, many consumers were unwilling or unable to transition to electric. The removal of subsidies exposed the fragility of Ford's European EV strategy, prompting the company to reassess its approach to making EVs more accessible without external financial aid. Before we delve deeper, we'd appreciate it if you could subscribe to Highway Herald. Your support fuels our passion to create more content like this. Now let's explore reason number 5. Ford's focus on high-end EVs. Ford, known for its innovation and quality, has focused too heavily on premium electric vehicles in Europe. Models like the Mustang Mach-E impress with advanced technology, sleek designs, and strong performance, but their high price tags limit their appeal to affluent buyers. While these luxury EVs have found a niche market, this strategy has excluded a larger segment of consumers seeking affordable electric options. In price-sensitive markets like Spain and Italy, consumers prioritize practicality and value over luxury. Brands like Volkswagen and BYD have filled this gap, offering well-equipped, cost-effective EVs. Ford's premium focus has left it at a disadvantage in an increasingly competitive market. By neglecting the demand for affordable EVs, Ford has been outpaced by rivals offering more accessible choices, limiting its growth in the European market. Reason number 4. The rise of Chinese EV competitors. China's rapid rise in the electric vehicle sector has shaken up Europe's once-protected market. Brands like BYD, NIO, and MG are flooding the continent with competitively priced, feature-rich EVs that leverage China's advantage in battery technology and supply chain efficiency. Ford, on the other hand, has struggled to compete on cost. Chinese automakers have quickly become formidable competitors by offering EVs with impressive features at lower prices. For example, BYD has rapidly built a name for itself in Europe by offering high-value electric cars at an affordable price. making it even more difficult for Ford to maintain a competitive edge. This new reality forces Ford to rethink its strategy in Europe. If the company doesn't address its pricing issues, it could find itself losing ground in one of the most lucrative markets. Reason number 3, the flaws in Europe's charging infrastructure. Despite Europe's leadership in EV adoption, its charging infrastructure remains inconsistent. While major urban centers like Amsterdam and Berlin boast robust networks, rural areas are still struggling with limited access to charging stations. This unevenness creates a major hurdle for prospective EV buyers, especially in areas where range anxiety is still a real concern. Ford's focus on premium EVs, such as the Mustang Mach-E, which touts high performance and advanced technology, falters in regions where charging is not readily available. Meanwhile, competitors have worked hard to address this gap, partnering with governments and private players to expand charging networks. Unfortunately, Ford has been slower to adapt, making it harder to convince customers in rural areas to switch to electric vehicles. Reason number 2, the high-cost environment of European operations. Europe's manufacturing costs are among the highest globally, with labor expenses and strict regulations driving up production prices. Ford's decision to focus much of its EV manufacturing in Germany, a country with expensive labor and regulatory demands, has worsened the company's challenges. While competitors like Tesla and Hyundai have reduced costs by shifting production to Eastern Europe and Asia, Ford has remained in higher-cost regions. This decision has had significant financial consequences, especially as Ford's EV sales have fallen short of expectations. With a focus on premium models like the Mustang Mach-E and rising production costs, profitability has suffered. This led to painful cuts, including job reductions in its European operations. To stay competitive, Ford must find ways to streamline operations and reduce costs moving forward. Reason number 1, a changing EV market. Ford's biggest challenge is the rapid evolution of the EV market. As the sector matures, the focus is shifting from early adopters who prioritize sustainability and technology to a broader audience that values affordability and practicality. Ford's premium EV strategy, which appeals to early adopters, has struggled to capture the attention of mainstream consumers who are wary of high-priced electric vehicles. Moreover, the trend of vertical integration, especially by Tesla and Chinese automakers, gives them a cost advantage. By controlling the entire supply chain, from battery production to vehicle assembly, these companies can offer more affordable options. In contrast, Ford lacks this integration, putting it at a disadvantage. To succeed, Ford must pivot by offering more affordable EVs, expanding hybrid options, or forming strategic partnerships to boost supply chain efficiency. Final thoughts. What lies ahead for Ford? Ford's scaling back in Europe marks a pivotal moment for the company and the automotive industry. The shift to EVs presents tough challenges, and even industry giants like Ford are learning hard lessons. To regain its position, Ford must rethink its strategies, adapt to changing consumer demands, and compete with the growing influx of affordable EVs. There's still hope for Ford's future. With its resources, innovation, and legacy, the company has the potential to weather these challenges. However, critical decisions will be required to stay competitive. What do you think? Can Ford adapt and reclaim its European foothold? Or is this the beginning of the end for its EV ambitions in Europe? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Be sure to subscribe to Highway Herald for all the latest vehicle updates and insights. And don't forget to hit the notification bell so you don't miss our next video. Thanks for watching and see you next time.